Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of day it is for you. Welcome to the Bedhead Express. Actually, this isn't bedhead. This is, I washed my hair and didn't do anything with it. So it's more like a Farrah Fawcett look, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Either way, let's get started. My name is Misty. I'm with Love Awakening Authenticity. I'm a spiritual self-empowerment coach, a conscious awareness coach, a medium, intuitive empath, and I am awesome. Okay, so I'm also a little feisty. So I'm going to get started. What I work with here is your masculine and your feminine energies. I do energy healings while I do the readings. It naturally just happens through my voice and through the words and through the cards. So you will feel dizziness, lightheaded. You can get goosebumps. You can have cold chills. I mean, there's all kinds of things that can go on. You can get tingling on the top of your scalp. So make sure you are not driving when you are watching this, and make sure you have a place to sit down if need be. All right. So, I've been searching for days in a notebook for, good morning, Pat, good morning, Farrah. I've been searching for days in my notebook where I had all these notes, right? And I couldn't find what I was looking for, right? I could not find what I was looking for. Which kind of goes, hey, this is probably an intuitive reading right now. Like, you're looking for something and you can't find what you're looking for. Maybe you're trying to establish your morals again, or your core values. Like, what are they? So you're looking for them in yourself. Maybe that's what it is. Because I'm back on it again, and now I'm actually going to get into it because I have them. I got it already. It's not in my notebook, just so you guys know. I was not even looking in the right spot for it. I write a lot, so you guys have to bear with me. And I doodle. I doodle a lot. Don't want to do that. Don't want to do that. You guys are just gonna... Alright! Synchronicity is an implement order. Get in sync with yourself! Alright, everybody that has joined us, welcome aboard the crazy train, the Bedhead Express, where, spirit talks and bullshit walks. So, I'm going to get started once again, for real this time, because now I'm ready. Okay? For real this time. For real this time. Now, I went over this. This is a channeled message that I did maybe a week ago, and I'm just going to kind of touch certain processes of it before we get started. So, Archangel Michael came in my meditation, and it was in regards to inspiration, right? And inspiration is important to ascending. Your deity within, your spirit, your fundamental energy, right? Your fundamental energy, not the skin suit you're walking around in, but your fundamental energy, right? Archangel Michael came in and he said, inspiration is important to ascending this deity within, right? Filters for consciousness become layered, confused on what dimension the body is in. So right now, some people that are going through like this new shift, right, that there may be filters for consciousness that are a little confused. So you may be going through old patterns while they're still shedding off, right? Navigate the shift with well-being and create. So instead of staying in a situation that doesn't feel necessarily promotive, right? You need to shift yourself into a creative position. Well, our creative mind only comes to life when we're willing to be expressive, right? When we're in a place of peace, a place of serenity. The collective focus is unconditional love. Well, how do you do unconditional love? Through inspiring. Well, how do you inspire? Well, through your own core values. That's how. Okay, well, what do you mean, Misty? Well, what I mean is you inspire through your own core values, and your actions and your behaviors and your passions and your desires and your creations, they all come from your core values, right? Unconditional love requires you to love not other people right away, right? This is something that starts with self. Everything starts with self. This unconditional love requires you to love the part of yourself that is shamed. Love the part of yourself that other people shame, and the part of yourself that you shame because other people have shamed it probably your whole life since childhood, right? For the healers, Archangel Raphael came in. He says the personal mission is to transmute and elevate. Well, how do you transmute and elevate others and yourself? inspiration, authenticity. You bring focus and clarity to the lives of others because you have been able to bring focus and clarity to the life of yourself. You were searching for this clarity and now you're rising to it. You're here. You're arriving. You're arriving to your clarity. You wake others to be empowered to ascending consciousness and creating their own experience. Creating their own experience. You don't go out there and inspire others to follow your experience, to follow your ways, to follow your direction. You go out there, a real leader inspires others to lead from themselves. Real leaders create more leaders, not followers. So if you're trying to dictate or control, you're creating followers, not leaders, right? Amen to that truth, okay? You have to shift your individual participation. Individual participation. This is the change. We're not worried about group participation or how others in a group are participating, because that sways our focus, right? We need to stay focused, stay clear on who we are as individuals, okay? The change is the shift in individual participation. Changing the way you work. Have you been working from logic and reasoning? Have you been working from outside validations or outside obligations? Have you been working from other people's morals, other people's standards, other people's expectations, society's expectations, society standards? What are you living up to that isn't in alignment with yourself? And that is what's shifting, right? We're shifting that. Amen. Okay? You cannot create by following or giving directions. You create by setting examples, through expression. You can only create from the soul and ascend to consciousness through inspiration, through independent work that inspires others, through meditation, through focus, through intention, and through faith. Love and emotion, feeling and awareness. Understanding your own soul purpose. Release the feelings of loss. It could be job loss, it could be relationship loss, it could be partner loss, it could be any feeling of loss. There is no discrimination. Loss is loss. Your extreme fatigue, mental, physical, emotional, right? Where you just don't want to fucking feel anymore, right? You got to release this. If you want to step into this independence, you want to step into this inspiration, you're going to have to make room for spirit. You're going to have to make room for your higher self and stop living in your 3D standard fucking quota, right? This way, box style living. You're not a machine. You are not a sheep. You are a deity within. You are a god or a goddess within. The power to inspire, right? That's true power. Leaders don't create followers, they create leaders. Dictators create followers, right? So let's get down to values. We want to move forward, and we want to move forward in our own independent values, right? We want to move forward in our own independent creativity, in our own an independent soul way of expression, right? Not being told, well, you shouldn't do it that way, or that doesn't make any sense. Well, it's not your fucking story, bro. It doesn't need to make sense to you, right? Doesn't need to make sense to you. Let's get down to values, because this is where it all comes in for any kind of healthy anything, okay? This is where you raise your vibration. This is where you send to the higher self, right? This is where you send to your abundance, right? What you crave, what you want, what you desire, right? Yeah, buddy. Okay, so let's establish some values. I'm just going to give you a brief snippet. I'm not going to sit here and do your whole freaking values and boundaries for you, but I am going to go over some for you. So let's talk about values, your core values. Now, these can be influenced by others throughout your life, through childhood, through work, whatever. I literally built up values through your whole life. And these are influenced by peers, they're influenced by teachers, they're influenced by coaches, they're influenced by counselors, by parents, for better, for worse, preachers, right? For better, for worse, these values have been influenced over your life, right? And now you're getting a point in your life where you're feeling where these values are not serving. There's some values that are not serving you, right? So you got to get down to what your values are. Well, your values should be inspirational. Your values should be inspirational. Your personal values should encourage your purpose in life, and it should encourage others to find their purpose in life just by seeing you, right? Yes. So your behavior, I'm not saying this person, that person, brother, mother, sister, boyfriend, uncle, baby, mama, drama. I don't care. Zero fucks right now. What I care about is you. Your personal behavior. Your personal behavior and what you're looking at, what you're searching for right now. Examine yourself, examine your behaviors, go as far back as you fucking can, right? Go back as far back as you can, no judgment, no resentment. You are going back to learn something here, right? These personal values of yours, your behavior reflects them, right? So if you're going to see your own behavior, look at your own behavior, and first find out what your values are. Then you're going to look at your behavior and tell yourself, well, this does not align with this, right? This doesn't align with this. Now you have power to change it, because now you know where it doesn't fit with you, right? Where somebody else's value has been placed upon you, has intruded you, has formed its own little fucking story for you in your head, right? So my core values are about being authentic, being unique, being somebody who wants to provide guidance, right? That's long-lasting, that's meaningful and rewarding. It's inspirational. It's love. Love has compassion. Love has kindness. Love has honesty, offers protection and security, right? Then there's integrity that goes hand in hand with truth, discernment, honesty, accountability, self-awareness, self-responsibility. Sincerity is giving, gives service to others, right? Service to others, selfless service to others. A core value should have wisdom that instills in self and instills in others through action of self, right? Intuition is a part of my core value. I follow my intuition. I listen to my own higher intelligence. Intuition is intelligent. It is understanding. It has good insight. It's perceptive. It sees from all angles. It inspires personal growth. Happiness in self-serving, and self-preservation. Preservation, self-accountability, and self-serving should be a major core value of mine. If you are not self-caring, you are never going to be able to care for me. I promise you that. In the way that it should be mutual, right? If you're not respecting yourself, nobody else is going to respect you, right? That's the thing about the elk. That's the thing about the elk. Why he is so loved by so many is because he has a firm core values. He has firm core values. And not only does he have firm core values, but he acts and breathes and lives in these values. That came out yesterday, so that's what I'm talking about. And this is about respect, too. Respect and dependability are big thing for me and my core values, right? Those are my core values. And this is how you can set yours. This is how you can go in, and this is what I want from myself, right? The core values are what the things of the value of yourself you want to apply to others, right? That you want to apply to this world, right? Love, family, creativity, truth, integrity, health, reciprocity, right? Right. And then we have personal boundaries. These personal boundaries are going to go hand in hand with, like your personal space, right? Personal boundaries, saying no without guilt. Ask for what you want and don't feel guilty for wanting what you want. Self-care is a personal boundary. So if you have this and somebody that lacks self-care, right, in either a mental, physical, or emotional part of their life, right, and they're coming in, and because of their lack of self-care, they're bringing you down. Are you going to let this person in, or are you going to have to tell them, look, you need to, you've got some self work to do. You need to take accountability of self, or are you going to let them slide? For me, I'm not letting anybody slide. Say yes because you want to say yes. Say yes because it's a holy hell yes, because you feel it, because it inspires you. If you don't feel inspired, then it isn't ascending you, I promise you that. It's not taking you to your highest self. It's not for your highest good. If you do not feel inspired, it is not for your highest good. Period. Behaving to your own core values, not to the values that others place upon you. Behave to your own core values. These are personal boundaries. Expression of emotions with comfort, to be able to express yourself, right? If you're in a situation, environment, place, if you are around people that do not support your true authentic expression, and you feel like you have to suppress a part of yourself, then I'd say you're allowing people to violate your personal boundaries, right? You need to feel supported, inspired. These are your personal boundaries. Saying no without feeling guilt. Ask for what you want. Self-care. Saying yes because you want to, because it's a holy hell yes. Behaving in your own values. Expression of all of your emotions with comfort, as all emotions are valid. To feel supported and inspired. To be valued for who you are. To be respected. Responsible to self-happiness, in tune with own feelings, intuition. I know who I am. I know what I believe, and I know what I want. Those are your personal boundaries. And ain't nobody going to take those personal boundaries from you unless you let them. Now, that is the start of a reading right here. This is talking about inspiration. Archangel Michael said, if you want to ascend, you're going to have to inspire. And the only way to truly inspire, ladies and gentlemen, is to truly be your authentic self and to know who you are through your own core values and your passions, your desires, your actions, your behaviors, and everything you do should be inspirational and in alignment with your values. Period. Amen. Amen. High five, Archangel Michael. You got it, bro. Boom. 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 Yeah. Telling you. Step into your divinity. If you are not a spiritual person, right? And you're more of a scientific mind, and you agree we're all energy. We all vibrate at a certain frequency. Energy vibrates at certain frequencies, right? You want to raise your frequency from your fundamental energy? Start inspiring. From your own truth, not from the dictators around you or from your experience. True leaders inspire more leaders because they inspire from self, not from dictating, not from controlling, not from giving directions, right? True leaders create more leaders with independent thinking skills and self-awareness, self-accountability. If you're not being given room to grow through your own individuality, guess what kind of relationship you're in? A dictator and a dictated. If you are not giving the space you need to grow and the inspiration and support you need to grow individually as your own soul self with all of your emotions expressed and creativity expressed, then you are in a dictator and dictated relationship, and you are the one that can change that. You can't fix anybody else. You can't force them into self-accountability. It's accountability of the motherfucking selves, right? So now it gets back to you and the accountability of the fucking self. Thank you, Spirit. Hooah! Going in. Snake eyes. Focus. Masculines. You fucking right. What did it say? Meditation? Going into that state of pause, that state of meditation. I talked about this, getting that state of meditation where you can feel yourself, where you can, it's not even meditation, you could be coloring for God. You're doing something creative that puts your mind in a state of meditation. It's not like sitting there and, no. You're doing something that is creative that actually puts you at ease, like therapy, like in a state of meditation. And in this state of meditation is where you can gain a fresh perspective. So how about when you go into this creative project and you're sitting there, whatever you're doing, working on bikes, whatever it is for you, coloring, drawing, painting, writing, singing, dancing, whatever it is for you, how about when you go into that, you have intention when you go into that? Like you're going in, you're like, okay, this is, because you feel good. While you're feeling good, this is where you need to establish your values, is when you feel good. When you are in a place of feeling at least pleasant, right? Not numb, not feeling like I want to kill myself, not feeling like I don't matter, because all these things cycle, right? You want to be in a place of contentment, so do something that you enjoy to get in this place of peace, right? And then you can establish these healthy things for yourself. You can be devoted and committed to this. Dream and journey. Be devoted and committed to writing from your experiences, to gain from your experiences the knowledge and the wisdom, because you teach and you lead and you create. You're creating from all around you. From every experience you're entering, you're creating from. Right? You can either let the experience continue to create this same kind of experience for you because you're in a lack mentality, or you can take the experience and create from it with strength, with courage, with a higher capacity to love, inspire, support, and be supported, right? Through real values, not through these ones that we've been fluttering with for God knows fucking how long, because they're not ours, right? Right. Amen. Hallelujah, church. Fuck yeah. Huh. It's passion, folks. Passion. Passion. Divine feminine energy coming in here, please. Thank you. Divine feminine. Let's talk about this dream and journey, right? The dream and journey. Tell me about the dream and journey. Dream and journey. Gratitude. Dream and journey. Gratitude. Gratitude. Finding a place, okay, to raise your vibration, right? To ascend to a higher vibration, to get to a place of peace, right? Right? We were talking about getting to a place of peace, to establish healthy values that are in alignment with who we are, right? Gratitude. Gratitude gets you to a place of peace. Being thankful. Just being thankful, no matter what your life looks like, no matter how lack there is, no matter what, being thankful. Being thankful, you have a place to start. It may be bare, it may be naked, but you have a place to start now. And it's not just any start, like any old start like you've been doing in the past. Now you have a new start. Why is it new? Because you found the you that was buried underneath years and years and years of built up programming. Subconscious. You know, the place that tells us to breathe, right? And our heart to beat, like to breathe while we sleep, those subconscious patterns. And now you're feeling it. You don't really know, but you're feeling it. That's what's happening. You're rediscovering a whole new you on a higher vibration. Being devoted and committed. That's funny. I did personal boundaries. I talked about being devoted and committed to your healthy boundaries. Being devoted and committed to your healthy boundaries. Look, it's raw, it's naked, and it's in its own individuality, blossoming from self, right? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Be a warrior. Be fearless and stand strong. Release these things that are not in alignment with your values. Anything that is going against your personal boundaries, release it. Release the fear of standing up for your personal boundaries. Be fear and stand strong. Harness your mystic power. Your own individual soul power, your deity within, your fundamental essence of life, your fundamental energy, right? You don't have to be spiritual to know that you have a fundamental energy that's operating within, right? Get in touch with that power. Get in touch with it. That's all I'm saying. Get in touch with it. Shit. I went right to it, so I'm going to go here. Starting with gratitude. Be where you are. Didn't I say that before I pulled these cards? I was like, be where you are. Be where you are and establish, okay, this is it, right? Be where you are. There is always something to be grateful for, no matter your suffering. Gratitude raises your vibration to a higher one. Do not allow yourself to be surrounded by too many negative people. Your life is conspiring for your highest good. I joyfully turn my attention to what I am grateful for. Instead of focusing on the lack, and the lack thereof, I am grateful for being where I am. And because I am where I am right now, and because I have focus now, I can actually look at myself with truth, with honesty, and with integrity. It has nothing to do with anybody else, and if anybody else thinks it does, be like, I'm sorry. This is not the claims department. This is the self-reliability department. And right now, I'm having some self-reliability issues. You're going to have to call back because I'm temporarily out of service. Click. It's okay to do that because you're in school with yourself. It is okay to love yourself enough to spend time with yourself. Have you ever loved somebody and all you wanted to do is spend time with them? What if you actually loved yourself like that and wanted to spend time with yourself like that and give gratitude to yourself like that? Instead of feeding somebody else's personal boundaries and loving their fucking boundaries, what if you loved your own? What if we all grew individually? We grew individually. We would inspire. Number 12. Judging what you need and what you don't need allows you to place healthy boundaries. Now, I did talk about the boundaries, right? I talked about them. You can go back and watch it. Judging what you need and what you don't need, because this is where you are. Now you can see, you can be honest with yourself, right? Allows you to place healthy boundaries. You teach people how to treat you. Remember at the beginning I said, if somebody's doing this to you and coming across your boundaries, is because you are allowing it. Because you don't have your boundaries set, right? I set fire to mine. I'll throw a grenade. This is not a game. Self-preservation is part of my core values. You think I'm going to let that go? No. Judge what is healthy, what is right for you, not what is right for others for you. Be clear, have clarity, and care about yourself. Just simply care. I can say yes or no with authenticity and clarity. I can say yes because I want to and no because I don't want to. I can say yes without feeling guilty. That's a healthy boundary. That's actually the first one on my boundaries. Saying yes without feeling guilt. Oh, I'm so dizzy. Woo! My head is spinning. Yeah, whoa. My head is like seriously spinning. My heart is like going. I'm like, whoo, I'm like, Journey inwards to uncover insights and information that will be important for your path. Follow that guidance of your values. A drum beat can become hypnotic and send those listening into an altered state that it can allow them to journey to the spiritual realms and meet their guides. When the drum card appears in a reading, it's the opportunity for you to dream or bring your inner vision to reality. Your inner essence to reality, your inner dream, your inner expression, your whole authentic self, right? Your deity to reality, your dreams, your passions, your desires, the part of yourself that you shame can be brought to reality. You are very connected to your higher self. You are very connected to the other worlds and spirit at this time. The wisdom and the intelligence of the earth and her magic surrounds you. The drum, which echoes the sound of Mother Earth's heartbeat, can clear the cobwebs and dust your inner vision so you can see where other people's values have impeded your own. What you have seen in your dreams and inner visions, if you have been having them, is not imagination. It is guidance, particularly if it's been coming to you repeatedly and has potential to become reality. If you're dreaming of creating music, writing, dancing, I don't care, there's something you're creating that is fully expressive that needs to come to fucking life and you shame it. You put it aside. I don't have time for it. Well, what if I put time into this, then I don't have time for this. What the fuck do you want? Decide what you want and then put your energy into what you want instead of what you've been putting it into. Be devoted and committed to the new way of self. Be devoted and committed to the new way of self. New way of self. Remember, this is programming you're deleting. You're reprogramming yourself. You have to put a routine in for a minimum of 90 days. Find a pattern in yourself. One pattern. Pick one pattern in yourself that is attracted and has come back for you to keep learning this lesson because you haven't fucking learned it. Do you know what the pattern is in here? Find it. Now, every day, practice catching yourself in it. And as you do that, you're going to build that skill for catching yourself in subconscious patterns. And when you do that, you're going to catch all yourself in all your subconscious patterns, and you're going to be able to rewrite your own brain to subconscious patterns that are in alignment with what you truly want. Because now that you know what your values are, you're going to have to reprogram those values, your real values, into your subconscious. Because your subconscious right now is still repeating old programs. They have me going deep today. What the fuck? Be willing to go the whole road back again. Go back and forth in your mind, in your heart. Go back and forth. Like, what is this? What is this? You have to look at it and look at it and look at it and feel it. You have to be willing to feel it too, right? This will allow you to be the best you can possibly be. The sage represents the wise one within. When this card arises, it shows you're preparing to become a great and insightful teacher of yourself to your peers. It guides you to take notes as you are a wandering yogi on this card. Because your knowledge and life experiences can impart incredible insights to those whom you come in contact with. This card is also about observation and becoming more aware of who you are at your inner being. Because that awareness can bring more clarity to your decisions. All about clarity, right? Devotion is a powerful energy, and right now the angels and ancestors want you to acknowledge how committed you are to your growth. Your continued dedication to this aspect of your life has been recognized, and your understanding that you are not only a body but also a soul is all you need to do to continue growing and expanding. The energy of oneness is offering itself to you now, and it is important for you to take some time to integrate it all so you can be supported to integrate it all. Now they're telling me to go back because this is about it's in my notebook. Taking time to integrate it all. This is where these are the symptoms. The process, the filters for consciousness become layered. You may become confused, right, on what dimension the body is actually in. You are ascending fast, demanding for more light workers. That's why you are ascending, okay? That's from Archangel Michael. So this is where you have to stay devoted and committed to that higher vibration, right? Just make sure you're staying in your gratitude, right? Your soul is expanding. It is important for you to take time to integrate this in, right? Take time to go over your newfound values. Take time to know your morals. Take time to integrate this into yourself so that you can be supported and guided by it. Because if you don't take the time to reprogram your subconscious, you're not going to be supported by it, right? You're not supporting yourself. You're only doing half the fucking work, right? This takes a lot of self-accountability. This is what divine wants for you. Make a note of all your experiences or teachers making themselves known to you at this time, because you are going to share these teachings one day. You're going to share this experience one day. You're going to share this. Whoa, are you guys like feeling like you're floating? Because I feel like I'm like up here right now. Like I literally feel like I'm sitting above my chair. Wow. I feel like I'm floating. Drum and journey, please. Drum and journey, going within, right? And here's the Phoenix, going within, finding the impurities, burning off what is not in our highest good, right? Burning off the lies, burning off the values that aren't ours, burning off the shit that was placed upon us that was not in alignment with ourselves, right? This is rising from those ashes anew. And this is self-inflicted. This is self-inflicted fire. It is the fire of self that literally burns through the self. Phoenix. Being devoted and committed. Damn. The turtle. Being at home in oneself. Opening up to your true self. Being at home in oneself. Not every sea contains pearls, right? This is being at home in oneself. Knowing your values. Knowing your worth. And knowing that your pearl is not any other fucking pearl out there. So comparisons are odious. Right? Be devoted and committed to your own experience, your own clamming, your own opening and closing. You know, your heart's getting ready to be cracked open like it's never been cracked open before because you find your true self. This is your heart like, boom, at home. Don't worry, we'll go over this. And that is the heart. This is being devoted and committed to your soul. To your soul. Gratitude. Tell me about the gratitude, please. Gratitude is the divine feminine energy of the gazelle. We'll go over it. Don't worry, I'll get to it. Boundaries. Tell me about the boundaries. Divine feminine. Boundaries. We will light fire to that shit. Oh my God, I'm in love. I'm going to start with the tiger in the boundaries here. Can I start with the tiger? I'm going to start with the tiger. Once you have discovered your boundaries, heightened awareness and ability. And you can also be vulnerable because you know where your boundaries are. And you can be vulnerable at all times. And when somebody tries to cross those boundaries, guess what? That vulnerability becomes strength because you're fully aware of self. When you're fully aware of self, your vulnerability is never a weakness. It's a strength. Okay? I'm going to keep going here. I just lost my footing. This is your intuition. This is your intuition, knowing your boundaries, feeling yourself, feeling your boundaries. It's an ease through the darkness where you've gone through the experience, right? You've gone through this, where am I at? Coming to terms with who you are, going through the darkness. Sometimes the truth can make you feel like you're in the dark, right? Because you've been living in the dark for so long. This is the truth coming through and erasing that dark, really. The tiger hunts at night, at one with the silence, fearing nothing. This card reminds us to take in the wild darkness, to allow the lunar forces to soothe and heal our spirit's sensuality, receptivity, and devotion are heightened at the midnight hour. The tiger takes advantage of these boons. Spend some time in silence this evening, drinking in that potent calm. There is nothing to fear in the stillness except awakening of your own power. Awakening of your own power. In this silence, I sit in myself and I find my boundaries. I find my values. I'm not judging what I have or have not done because I wasn't aware. I'm being birthed. I'm a fucking baby. I'm a grown-up baby. Spirit baby. I'm a spirit baby. Ya fucks. Right? So now, like, it is a grown-up baby. Does that not look like you are being birthed by spirit right there? Grown-up baby. Baby isn't a bad thing. I'm open to learning all about myself, and I'm open to a new way of being, and I am not living in the old skin ever again, because it's gone. I've been rebirthed. I'm coming from the womb of Mother Earth, right? I'm in touch with my deity, being rebirthed. Gratitude with the gazelle. This is where your vulnerability comes in, to have gratitude for things in life when you're even when you're in lack, to have to be thankful for where you are, to be thankful for where you are. The gazelle represents supreme grace. With every move, this awe-inspiring beauty emits sophistication and elegance. Gazelle personalities are often hyper-aware of their surroundings, bordering hyper-vigilant, and this can inhibit them from enjoying the beauty they've spent so much effort cultivating. No more worrying about all these predators and all those predators out there, all those expectations, all those obligations, all those standard quos, right? People. When this card appears, it's time to get back to the present moment. Sit down, be where you are, find your breath and acknowledge the bounty that surrounds you. Let it nourish your gentle spirit. Be thankful for goosebumps. Be thankful for the bounty around you. You're graceful, perceptive, and artistic. No more worrying about those predators out there. When you worry, when you have gratitude, when you're thankful, there's no worry. There's no space. You're raising your vibration, right? Being devoted and committed. Let's go to the turtle first. Let's go to the turtle. I want the turtle. Tell me it's the turtle first. Nope, it's the oyster first. Patient secret keeper, hiding inner treasures. This is what your experience that you're going to be sharing. right? The focus and the determination of, we've been saying we need to stay focused and be determined, be devoted and committed. That's what we're clarifying here, right? The focus and the determination of the oyster is unmatched. Anything an oyster personality puts their mind to, they achieve with grace and with charm. The only problem is, oyster types are often take their own inner gifts for granted. They become shy, they become doubtful, and this can lead to withdrawing and protecting their deepest desires in life's work, which is not what we're doing, folks. Not what we're doing. I'm going to stop reading right there. It is important to reveal your inner gifts, all of them, especially the part of yourself that you shame. What is it that you have been hesitant to share because of shame, fear, resentment, whatever it is? The world is waiting to see your gifts. The world is waiting to see your ancient soul, grounded, trusting, and at home in yourself. It's wonderful to be in the presence of a turtle personality. Like the beaver, the turtle has a strong relationship with earth and water. Spirit and earth, right? Your earth body and your spirit body, your mind body, right? No matter what their travel... Okay, so the turtle has a strong relationship with the earth and the water elements simultaneously. This helps them ground and connect to deeper truths of themselves and of lives. No matter where their travels lead them, the turtle energy is behind all great writers, storytellers, as they collect life experiences under their shells for later use. The most potent turtle energy helps us close the other books and begin to tell our own new tale. Closing the other books and telling our new tale. Opening up our true gifts, instead of hiding them in our shell. That goes, mint. Just mint. Just fucking mint, okay? Doesn't get any better than that. Nobody's convincing me otherwise. Your power, you're taking back your power in this meditation through your visions, right? Through trusting your intuition, you're taking back your power. The Phoenix, dream and journey, the Phoenix. Freedom from suffering. Freedom from suffering and past karma. Reincarnation. What did I say? It's a reincarnation on earth. You are reincarnated while still alive, okay? Trust and believe you are having a spiritual rebirth. Okay? Look. A rebirth. Didn't we just talk about that? Rebirth of self. Doesn't she look like she's in a rebirth position here? She's getting ready to be birthed into the world in her naked self, right? Freedom from suffering and past karma. Reincarnation. The Phoenix, then cry. Pat, let it out. You're healing. The Phoenix represents the transformation of our past. It doesn't mean running from it, denying it, or burning bridges with rage. The Phoenix card employs an advanced technique, described in yoga as burning off impurities through the practice and dedication. Practice and dedication. The essence of the Phoenix is with us when we realize we have been suffering for far too long and something must change. We take a stand and we decide to live consciously instead of being driven by the subconscious mind. And its long list of fears, aversions, programming, and traditions, at that very moment, the spark of the Phoenix is lit, and this great bird helps us burn through our baggage. We no longer run from who we are, what has happened to us, what we have done, what others have done, and what has happened to us all together. Okay, so this is you no longer running from your problems, no longer running from fear. It's being fearless and going in the dark here. It's being fearless and going in the dark. No more stuckness. The stuckness and dead weight fall into the ashes. We burn through the baggage, our own baggage, right? Lightness and clarity emerges from the ashes. As the stagnancy continues to smolder, the Phoenix lifts our spirits up, and we begin to recognize our true selves. We burn off all the values that we've taken on from others, all the boundaries we've lit up, we've put for others, right? Motherfucking shit. These popped out. Self-reflection, self-healing. Like, this is something you set to yourself. I'll even say it because I have that card. It came out for the feminines in the other one. So I'm just going to go in here because there's something in here that's going to tell you about it too. Let's see if I can find it. Come on, Phoenix. There you are. Revolution, change, and optimism. Rebirth. The Phoenix is the process of evolution and revolution. The fire primary suggests the revolutionary change through conflagration, while the earth secondary refers to more gradual evolution. Phoenix therefore indicates gradual development. This is something that you've been feeling, right? And that suddenly reaches a crescendo. You found where you are. Like, it's just like a crescendo, like you just ascend, right? The phoenix is a magnificent bird that is consumed in the fire of its own making and rises anew from the ashes. The phoenix does not therefore die, but it's transformed and reborn into a continuous cycle of change. It is okay to change and grow. Initial appearances can be deceptive because nothing seems to be happening. Nothing seems to be happening. Well, trust and believe it is. Trust and believe that it is, folks. Trust and believe that it is. I'll pull some divine feminine energy here for each one of these cards, and then this will be the end of this reading today. Get some divine energy. I might do a wisdom card, too. I'm going to pull a wisdom card, too. They're saying there needs to be some wisdom in here, even though I've given enough of it. Let's get started. Thank you, Spirit. All right, let's go with the Phoenix. Dream and journey, rising from the fire of your own doing, right? Isis, the goddess of magic. This is stepping up. Somebody's having visions. I don't want these visions. Masculines are having sexual dreams. I'm just going to call it as I see it. Isis, the goddess of magic. Sexual energy is sacred. My pleasure is a prayer that brings me back to life. My internals are like squeezing right now so hard. I have Isis on my arm. Tell me about the sage being devoted and committed. Why do we have to throw shit, Spirit? Why? Lilith, I am being devoted and committed to your own experience, to your own self, describing your own story, to writing a new chapter. What? Lilith, the first woman. I am the voice of my body and my soul, and I choose to live the life that I desire to live, Not that others are dictating for me. Remember, I talked about this. If you are not feeling inspired and supported in your current situation, no matter how long it's been going on, you are in a dictated relationship. Just saying. You are not living under your own morals. You're not living under your own codes. You're not living under your own boundaries. You're living under somebody else's. And that's not how things are supposed to be. We are supposed to inspire individual growth. That's real love. That's unconditional love. Inspiring individual expression and individual growth. Individual. Gratitude. They're going to give me 3. Holy shit. Gratitude, the poetess. I love every inch of my body. I'm in love with the woman in my life. I'm in love with this woman, the woman in my life fiercely. Right? This is you. Being in love with every inch of yourself. Being thankful for yourself. Being thankful for having a body to learn in. Being thankful to having a human experience. Pavarti, the goddess of devotion. I am a love that doesn't leave. When I commit to love, my soul evolves. When I commit to love and inspiration, I ascend. Gratitude. The mystic of peace. I am peace. When my mind is clear, the way is clear. With gratitude, your mind will become clear. And so will the way forward. Tell me about these boundaries, please. Tell me about the boundaries. Thank you. Saint Bridget, Our Lady of Exalted Light. Remember, we have It's funny because she's actually in the dark here, bringing in the light. And we have the tiger, the huntress, the lunar forces here, right? I give endlessly because the light is without end. My soul is all I need. My light is without end. My soul is all I need. Everything that I give comes from the inside out. Therefore, it's renewable. It's continuous. It's ongoing because it's something that I give myself, right? It's something that I give myself. That's in the personal boundaries too. Responsible to self-happiness. These are in your boundaries. This is in your boundaries. These are your personal boundaries. You are responsible to your own self-happiness. Your light is without end. Your soul is all you need. You see it? The essence of all Buddhas. I have the power to make each moment sacred. Everything is material for my liberation. Everything is material for my liberation. This is that gratitude. Every experience, every place, everything is material for you to ride on, to scribe on, to grow from. You can either be the material for your experience or it can be the material for you. And these are your boundaries that do this. When you create these boundaries, your experience becomes something that you create out of instead of something that creates you out of it. Right? Yeah. Hi, Debbie. Just getting finished up here. I believe I can fly. I'm going to do a wisdom oracle here. This is all about your own self-power. It's all about personal boundaries. It's all about inspiring. It's all about your values, right? It's all about being at home with who you truly are, being ultra-sensitive to your surroundings, but not letting those predators keep you from enjoying what you have created. Those naysayers, right? Fuck you, naysayers. Ring. Hello? You ain't gonna be able to do that. This is not the claims department. This is the facts department. Facts says I can do what I want. Click. You are not a brat for wanting what you want, just so you all know. It does not make you a bad person or a bad soul to what you want. Motherfucker, that's what you here to do. That's your job as you, is to want what you want. You boo-boo. Nurturing. Nurture what you want. I said this in the beginning. Nurture what you want and inspire your own creativity. Creativity. Number 8 and number 40. Nurturing. Only we can heal ourselves. Sometimes with assistance and sometimes without. Our energy or chakra system corresponds to the energy flow from the earth, Mother Earth's heartbeat. Right? Right. Right? Yes. Yes. So right. If you listen and you feel, Mother Earth will heal you as you heal her with the nurturing force of timeless give and take, timeless inspiring, timeless growing, timeless sharing of individual growth. Prayer enables you to take power out of the mind. Prayer, gratitude, prayer, right? Prayer enables you to take power out of the mind and place it in the hands of the earth and the sky deities. The earth and the sky deities. Try to see through the mirage of the social barriers, the traditional patterns, and the expectations that cloud the eyes of women and men in the world over. Nurture your dreams. Act in your dreams as if you want to act. You're living your own dream right now. Act as if you want to act. Do not suppress any part of yourself. Find the guarded canvas in sacred places where you have hidden your heart and nurture your true spirit. Your creativity is a story that needs a voice in the world, a way to be heard. It has moved into a spirit lodge. The creativity is a part of your future, and people think that creativity is outside of them. It's something that comes from outside of them, like truth or like power. But it inhabits you like your own life force, like your own fundamental energy, and it emanates from your being. From your being, you become your own sun. Creativity is within the crystal palace of your mind and your body. You are about to go on a long journey called life, and as you travel, you will learn to heal the evil forces of darkness. As you travel and as you create, you will learn to heal the evil forces of darkness. You are a warrior in the fight against ignorance, self-ignorance, lack of self-accountability, lack of self-achieving, and lack of self-awareness. These dark sorcerers are created within each of us, okay? They're the dark wolf, right? When we live a life of unexpressed emotions and creativity, when we live a life where we shame a part of ourselves or we let other people shame a part of ourselves, when we live someone else's truth and not our own, this is where the dark sorcerers are created. The devils inside of ourselves. We do it to ourselves. Define your own value. Define your own creativity and live that creativity in the world. Define your own value, because your purpose, your passion, your creative arts, they're all going to go hand in hand with your values, and you're going to inspire from walking, living, breathing, and behaving in your own values. In your own values. And you're not wanting somebody else to walk, breathe, eat, poop, do whatever the fuck they want in your values. No, because you're a true leader. You want to inspire them to walk in their own values, and grow independently. Because you're a true leader, a true teacher, and a true healer, a true supporter, and a true protector, and a true lover, and a true fighter. It's all true. It just depends on if you want to live the truth. Whoa, I'm dizzy. I'm so dizzy. There's a heart one here too. There's a heart here. Fine. I'm going. Calm down. You guys make me go forever. All right. You guys ready for your innocent heart? I wasn't. I just want you guys to know that I was not ready, but I'm still doing it because I live in the moment. All right, here we go. Tell me about the innocent heart in this. Whoop, whoop. Shut the front door. Number 31. Making this mask was all I knew. How to say to the birds how much I love them. The mask of sorrow. Y'all feel that? That's what's being burnt off with the phoenix. Number 31. It sometimes takes something really bad to happen before we appreciate how lucky we really are. Sometimes it takes something really bad to happen before you can say, I'm grateful for who I am. Often it takes something really bad to happen before we can truly appreciate how lucky we are. Sometimes new things can only be born after old things are allowed to end and die a natural death. Rebirth. a natural death. This is something that it's dying out because it's no longer in the same frequency and vibration of you, right? Or it wasn't to begin with, and you just didn't feel it, and now you do because there's a big shift. And we waking up, folks, okay? Sometimes horrid experiences lead to beautiful things being realized. Sometimes horrible experiences that we're grateful for because we realize beautiful things in ourselves, right? Strange or unusual events take place to broaden our view. Strange or unusual events take place to broaden our view of the world. There are many things out there to learn and many various on a theme to ponder and believe. Unless there is a trigger, though, there is a huge chance that these things will pass us by unnoticed and forgotten before they even happen. There are many variations on a theme to ponder and believe. That's your individual pondering, your individual thoughts on something, and you cannot control other people's individual thoughts. You should not base your morals and your boundaries, your behaviors on other people, okay? Your behaviors, your actions, your morals, your boundaries, your values, your desires, your passions, your truth should never come from, it's not external, it's an internal thing. Often it takes something really bad to happen before you can truly appreciate how lucky you are. To heal yourself, this is nurturing too. All right. Whoa. Anybody else feeling kind of dizzy? Feeling kind of dizzy. I don't shuffle these because they're two-sided. Let's go with the universal message in this. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Be true to yourself. You may not ever understand what's going on in their life, but you can always figure out what's going on in your life. Can't control the storm, but you can control how you play in it, right? Yep. You might not know now, but you will. Think of someone very, very special to you. Now feel yourself bursting with love for them. Now mentally shower, drench, and soak them in that love. And now mentally shower, drench, and soak yourself in that love. Do you remember back in the beginning of this reading, somewhere back in the beginning of this reading, I said, have you ever really loved somebody so much all you wanted to do is spend time with them? Like spend time with them? I don't need you to spend I literally just want to be in your presence, right? What if you showered yourself with that kind of appreciation? Right? You're going to feed somebody else's boundaries and inspire others. You better start inspiring your own first. Otherwise, you're going to be living in other people's values and boundaries. You start with self first. Right? Yeah. There is a deeper reason for each of your questions. You must seek it. Guidance, attention, help, maybe love always. Criticism, never. We inspire, we do not criticize. The question was, what to give others, if anything at all? You give yourself. You just be yourself. You give your true, authentic self. That is the best gift you can give another human being on this planet. Is a gift of self. The gift of self that inspires others to be their self and their gift of self, right? No judgment, no shame, no guilt. We don't criticize, we inspire. We ascend. You are destined for greatness on the wings of love. To clarify, the primary roles of love are not to heal, fix, or mend, because healing is something we do for ourselves. Not to soothe, cure, or ease. Not even to refresh, rejuvenate, or restore. Hardly. The primary roles of love are yahoo, yeehaw, and woohoo, and fuck yeah! That's love. Not, let me heal you, let me fix you, let me console you, let me coddle you, let me let me ease your stress within yourself. No, this is self-healing, right? The job And the primary role of love is to inspire, to create, and you know how you inspire? You get people excited. You become passionate. It's yahoo, yeehaw, whoop, 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 right? That's love, right? Childlike behavior, love. You flighty, no, I'm lovey. There's a difference, right? Like, you're just so fickle. No? I'm love. I'm love. I am love. I'm the love doctor, right? I'm doctoring myself first. And you can do this because you have sit down with yourself, you've gone into the silence, you've gone into the darkness, you've weeded out the values that have been placed upon you by others, right? And now you can set firm boundaries and shit. Good job. High five. Mos Def. Have a great day, guys. I love you. Fucking keep inspiring yourself. Keep inspiring others. Stay out of the lack mentality. Don't sit there for more than 5 seconds. As soon as you feel like an old pattern coming up, this is your job to give yourself a new way of thinking, right? Reprogramming your subconscious, the things that you do out of behavioral patterns that have been instilled in you since childhood. These are the things that are automatic responses, like an autopilot system, that you're reprogramming, recalibrating your own autopilot system. I love you guys. Have a great day, and I'm rooting for you. Fuck yeah. Teamwork! Put your crown on today.